Hey, Mr. Chef Cutter, Spencer. I'm interviewing Peter now because he decides, thank you, because he decided to literally wait until the last second to do his interviews. But, okay, Peter.
Right,
What do we,
Shaper Cutter?
first question, as I hope you've already read through these. Do you believe in God?
I do believe in God.
Can I ask why?
I'm not entirely sure.
So you have blind faith?
I mean, I somewhat believe in God. I mean, I haven't really decided if I entirely believe in like a Christian God or anything like that. But there's definitely something greater than just us, you know, to our creation. Because like the things we've talked about, like over the past like 2 years, as like freshman year, I can't just believe in nothing.
Yeah. Okay, you know, like as a very basic foundation, yeah, I agree. But for me, like, and kind of like what my confirmation retreat was about, it was like there's no denying there's a God, but like if you're truly a Christian, that means that you think Jesus died and rose from the dead.
Right. I mean, I do somewhat, but I don't know. I feel like there's some things that in like the Christian faith that I just don't entirely believe in.
Can you talk about that?
You know, it's kind of hard to pinpoint just one on the spot.
So you just want to be a rebel?
No,
basically.
Well, there's like some ideas as of like
Wesley Capo, another one of your students. Go on.
Like gay marriage for one thing. I mean, I support
So you don't necessarily understand. You don't agree with all Catholic doctrines. Hey, Wes.
True. Yeah. I don't entirely.
Okay, but do you believe the basis of the Christian foundation,
Yes,
which is that Jesus died and rose from the
do.
dead? Okay. So you occasionally just like struggle believing. I've felt the same way sometimes.
Yeah, entirely. I do. Just sometimes I just feel like some things are just too bad to in the world or something like that. And it'll make me like, if I'm ever going through a hard time, I'll just think to myself like, how could this happen if there's a God or stuff like that? How there's like terrible things that go on in the world, and sometimes I just kind of struggle to believe that there's a God out there helping us.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. To which church do you belong?
I used to go to St. Vincent's de Paul, but recently I've been kind of struggling to go there, mostly because just of laziness, to be honest.
It's kind of pathetic.
It's a little pathetic, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I know. But so I'm going to assume that even though like you obviously didn't read through the directions, but by church I meant like what actual like faith, not. I'm gonna assume like St. Vincent de Paul.
I said I believed in.
You said Christian, but like
okay,
Catholic. Okay, thank you. Okay, have you been Catholic your whole life?
I have been.
And are your parents Catholic?
My dad is, and my mom was raised Protestant, so no.
Is she still Protestant?
No, she's not.
What is she?
She says she's more of a spiritual person.
Oh, so like kind of a non-denominational?
Yeah, yes.
Wow. Were you baptized into the Catholic Church?
I was.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
When were you baptized?
I don't really remember when.
Oh, so you don't remember?
I was in elementary school.
Oh.
And the reason why, because I remember I was on a trip to I was seeing family, and I was seeing family in South America, and one of my cousins was being baptized at a very young age, and I remember just seeing that and thinking, and I remember not knowing much about it. I remember asking my dad a lot of questions, and he kind of explained to me about the whole idea of about like being baptized and whatnot, and that kind of inspired me. I mean, I got really like interested in the Catholic faith after that, and then I started going to St. Vincent's after that, and I was baptized, and I just thought it was just a really kind of cool experience.
That's really nice. Wish you still have that same passion today. But do you remember your first confession and your first communion?
I do remember my first confession. I remember being super awkward
Bet you confessed a lot.
Yeah, I didn't confess everything.
That's a sin.
I specifically kind of remember leaving out a few things.
The point of confession
I
is
know,
to
okay, Spencer,
completely
I was like 8.
cleanse yourself.
Spencer, I was like 8.
Oh, I was perfect when I was 8.
6, actually.
I didn't sin until I was like 12.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure we all sin at...
Yeah, we all did. It was a joke.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't make jokes.
Like
This
your
is an
confession.
interview. We're not
Okay.
joking. This is an
Okay.
interview.
Okay.
Back to the questions.
Okay. Do you remember your
5
confirmation?
points off, Mr. Shipper on Spencer's
Do you remember your first or do you remember your confirmation? Have you even had your
No,
confirmation?
I haven't. I've not
Do you plan on ever being
I do.
confirmed?
I do.
Really?
I'm
Are
not
you-
entirely... I'm still thinking about
Okay.
it. My dad wants me to, but... You know, it's just kind of a...
You're very hypocritical in your answers today, Peter.
My godmother really wants me to,
Mm-hmm.
but not entirely sure yet.
Who would you say has had the biggest impact on your Christian faith?
Probably my dad. Like I said, with the whole baptizing issue, how he explained to me everything, he kind of got me
True.
very...
It's like fascinated,
Yeah,
inspired.
yeah, inspired.
Aroused, maybe.
That is
Nick Roa.
Nicaragua coming in.
Shaper Cutter, my favorite, not really teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, that's on video. Sorry, Mr. Shade Cutter. Can't control these people. I'll give them a strike.
I get aroused.
How's your impact? Okay, so would you say you're an active member in your church?
No.
Would you say that? Have you ever been an active member in the church?
Yeah, I mean, at St. Vincent's, I kind of
What?
was.
What? So, did you get anything out of being kind of a member?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Can you explain?
Or, well, I mean, I'm assuming your next question will probably be if I ever did anything within the church.
Yes.
I did.
How did you know that?
How would I know that? I
Be-
don't know. Hard to
yeah.
guess. But this actually wasn't with St. Vincent's. This is with another church. I don't exactly remember the
So
name.
you cheated on
unfortunately.
your church.
But we went to. It was last year, and as a group, for like the youth group, we all went to Loaves and Fishes, which is a.
I'm sure Shaper Cutter
it's where
knows.
you, yeah, I'm sure you know what Loaves and Fishes is. But I found that to be a really good experience.
Wow. So like you. Would you say that like helped you as a person or hurt you as a
I think
person?
that probably helped me.
Well, then why don't you still do it? If it makes you a better person,
I don't know, Spencer.
okay.
Why don't you go to confession first?
Because I don't know. Good answer. Have you ever had a really profound experience other than that baptism?
Probably not.
Would you say that baptism was
It was
profound?
probably a high point, yeah.
And then do you think Strike has helped or hurt you
I
spiritually?
think it has. I mean, going in when I was in 8th grade, I was.
It was
I really.
it was one or the other, not it has. He said it hasn't helped or like not.
Has it helped or not hurt?
It has helped.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That wasn't clear to me.
Thank you, Nick. And then also, describe Mr. Shaper Cutter's class in 3 words.
Rejoicing.
You missed me with that.
Rejoicing. Just wonderful. Just really cleansing.
Arousing.
You should say like intellectual.
Nick Rowe.
Yeah, this is.
knows it's
Okay,
me.
intellectual. I really.
Yeah, I mean, I think he
probably not
teaches
even
you.
gonna watch
He teaches you about your. I think he teaches. For me, at least, I could be totally wrong. Like he teaches you about the faith, so you come to know the
Okay,
truth.
really, was this interview
And
about
you could. Okay, who asked who to help me interview because they weren't done on the day?
Back
Okay,
to the information.
back to the information. What do you think your most important obligations if you were to be a member of the church?
Obligation wise.
Maybe to go to church.
Just helping other people out.
Helping other people out.
Loving God.
Peter Vella right
Loving
there.
and serving God.
Just
I'm
How?
inspired.
I can easily go say like Wesley,
By-
you should go love and
By
serve
being
God.
thankful and for everything He's
Being
given.
faithful. Okay. Okay. Next question. Have you ever considered being a priest, deacon, or minister, or brother?
Never.
Why?
I just that life just.
Brother
I don't feel
Casey isn't
I don't
enough
feel like I've had the
inspiration for you?
vocation yet. I don't
You're
think
like,
I've
okay.
that-
Oh, and
that
then
God has called me to that.
I would also like to point out that one of the most holy men to ever walk this earth was named Peter. And then there's you. And how does that make you feel? Shouldn't you be like wanting to serve God?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should, and I do, but
just not all the time.
Not as a priest.
Just not. No. I'm saying this is just
In general,
in life.
yes. Okay,
in general,
yes,
yes.
I do. Yes, I
Okay, thank you.
I'm no saint, Spencer.
No, I'm not asking you to be saint. I'm not asking you to be a saint. I'm asking you to be Peter Vela.
Compare me to,
No, I'm not.
Saint Pete- yeah.
I'm saying someone.
Heavenly
You know,
question.
K. Keratomine.
Next question.
K. Keratomine.
For the-
Um,
Okay.
fast forward 20 years. Okay, you're married. You have a ton of. I'm assuming you're alive and well. You're married. You're making enough money. You're upper middle class, let's say.
So not
You're a great
teacher.
person. No, not a teacher.
That's all.
You-
That's all
you-
fair.
you- pretty much. You have a 14-year-old male.
Alright.
He gets sent to straight Jesuit.
Okay.
True or false? You send him to straight Jesuit.
True.
Why?
It's a great school. If it's had such a great impact on me, it'll have a great
Has
impact
it had a
on
great impact on you?
Yes, it has. As I said earlier, I've grown closer to God.
You have.
Yes.
I didn't hear that part, but he has grown closer to God, Mr. Straight Brother. I think that's all we have for today.
questions. The 4 questions you have to make